Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the Forex price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna see the Euro, the GBP and the GPY price action, of course, and analysis. We're gonna start with the Euro here on the all-time history, where we are looking at three waves toward the upside, ABC zigzag to finish wave A or wave W, followed by a very complex structure, WX and a Y, where we have finished potential wave B or wave X. Meaning currently you're looking at a regular flat wave A here and three waves down as well, and you're looking for a wave C towards the upside to hit the 1-to-1 fib level or 1.05 fib level. This wave C has to be, of course, a 1-2, a wave 3, 4, and a 5 to unfold, of course, for a wave C around the 1-to-1 fib level, 1.62, 1.67. Potential scenario and prices for the Euro that it might hit, of course, in the next cycles. Now, basically, you can have, of course, a wave W here. The wave W, of course, you know that it can be different shape. It can be, of course, a zigzag. It can be a flat. It can be even a triangle. In this case scenario, if you are looking for a wave W, first you need, of course, at least to confirm what is this pattern. If we have here a zigzag, this might be, of course, a start of a three waves toward the upside, having three waves down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a regular flat might be, of course, for a wave Y. In case that we finish also three waves toward the upside zigzag, it might be a wave A for a triangle, B, C, D, and an E, of course, and then continuation for one more leg toward the downside. This wave Y, of course, finishes a corrective structure, and then, of course, let the trend continue for lower hereafter. And yeah, we're gonna see, of course, step by step. But if you are here impulsive, this is a different scenario where you have an impulse, potentially correction, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another impulse for a wave Y to finish a zigzag toward the upside again, of course, for this scenario. So higher possibility, of course, we are still looking for something higher inside this area, maybe even higher, and also, of course, the ABC as regular flat, which is the highest possibility normally, and the most common pattern that we see, of course, it might be around the 162. Now let's dive inside it on the 2 hours chart to see here what the Euro is going to do for the next week. I would say we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 3, wave 4, unfolding, wave 5 finished as well, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well as an impulse here potentially, or even, yeah, as an impulse actually, because you don't have the wave 4 interfering with the zone 1. However, what I don't like in this move towards the upside here, that the wave 5 kind of look like a zigzag. And this a little bit like pose a question mark here. What is going on? Is it double 1, 2? This is your wave 3, wave 4 already invalidated again. But here also I can see a zigzag, another zigzag as well for wave 3. The wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, which is very weird, as of course diagonal, which I don't like it. Yeah, I would like to see the wave 4 interfering with the zone 1, unless of course something else is unfolding here, which it is a WX and a Y here, right? Like having like WX and a kind of like a wave Y. However, yeah, this looks even like 4 waves towards the upside, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, whereas the 5 toward the upside. Therefore, I'm afraid that this can be, of course, WX and a Y. So I'm gonna also mark this here in just case scenario that it might be, of course, corrective. So what it might turns here. So since you have anyway here finished like kind of like a double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, this might turns again also to something like a zigzag. You can have even here a zigzag X and your final zigzag toward the upside Y, right? So it can be also, but yeah, preferably that we stick here with the impulses. It's a very nice impulse toward the upside. Now, I'm not sure if I have to consider this as ending or expanding diagonal as well. Can be, but this is very rare case scenario that we see. I'm gonna even keep it as an impulse, a potential, and that because what if we have some wave 4, 5 internally, of course, very hard to count it, of course, with the noise here. Yeah, so you might be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, for example. But yeah, it's very rare case scenario because you don't see any clear wave 4, 5, right, on the bigger time frame. However, I'm going to consider both case scenarios. In case we are corrective here, you might be in kind of like a big corrective wave, ABC, which is anyway looking for lower prices, right? In case you have finished a wave 1 also as an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are looking for a correction toward the downside. And that's why I'm not really concerned about if it is really WXY or not, because in both case scenario you're gonna seek after this level, and the minimum requirement for a wave 2 might be of course the 1.11 here for the euro to move in an ABC corrective wave before of course the impulse and the explosion toward the upside starts for higher prices for the euro. So I believe that in all case scenario, we're moving toward the downside. We need three-way structure. I believe the 0.38 is the next level, 1.11 dollar for the euro. The next one is the GPP. We're gonna see the GPP on the all-time history again for much more insights first to see where are we heading. So for the GPP, we can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave A can be finished there. Now we saw something very deep. It can be, of course, a W, X, and a Y again here, where you have a zigzag correction, another zigzag for wave Y. And that means, of course, you might be in a big expanding flat, A, B, and a C. This wave C is unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. And another scenario, of course, that you might be here in a finished leading diagonal. So this is also a scenario which it might be, of course, impulsive toward the downside, wave 1 or a wave A. And of course, you're looking for a correction here, potentially can be a 1 to 1 fib level to finish a wave 2, meaning a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the downside, or big A, B, and a C. Higher possibility here can go, of course, for the expanding flat, as of course you are looking for something impulsive. We're gonna see, of course, closer what is going on the lower time frame, again on the 2 hours chart here, where we are looking at this move towards the upside. Now you can see something impulsive towards higher prices, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, A, B, C, expanding flat, wave 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now this is a nice, of course, ending diagonal, the wave 4 interfering in the zone 1 and perfectly ending, of course, this potential wave 1 here. Now, of course, there is a possibility as well that you can consider like this looks like a zigzag as an impulse somehow here and then B and a C, but internally you cannot really count this as an impulse totally. You can do, if you want to call this like a 1, a 2 here, like removing, of course, this wave 1 here from the equation, like something very corrective and running flat, and like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, or 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like that. Okay, if you want to consider this as a wave 5. However, I find it very wrong, because of course it looks like 3 waves, guys. Therefore, highest possibility here is 1, 2, 3, 4, expanding flat, and then wave 5 towards the upside. So this is the highest possibility, and in case, of course, you are corrective, you have a wave A, so we don't want to forget this. But in a bigger time frame, you already have a big wave A there, so no need right now to have it. Basically, you have to also here consider, what if you are in double 1, 2? Yeah, what if you are in double 1, 2 here, where you have another 1, 2, and you have another here potential 1, 2? Yeah, so like double 1, 2. Having this wave 2 finishing around the 0.38 as well. So to be tested, because we are there already. To be tested, this area 1, 2. Yeah, I don't see really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So you still need a wave 5. And because it is impulsive, well, I'm expecting, of course, a longer correction, meaning a B, and then having another impulse toward the downside, and this gives higher possibility that this is a finished wave 5, wave 1 here. and that you don't have a 1 2 here. Okay, so this is a difference. But anyway, we test every level, of course, on this channel, and we take it step by step, so we don't miss anything in this case. So next target I'm looking for right now is, of course, inside this blue box. I would say 0.5 fib level is very likely for a wave 5. We might see potential of higher prices and then moving it down again. So the path would be kind of like this here. Okay, for corrective path. We're gonna see, of course, how this is going to unfold in the next week or weeks even. It's gonna take a lot of time here. All right, so let's move for the final one, which is the USD GPY. Here we're gonna start, of course, on the daily as well. For the USD GPY, we are looking at the all-time history. Now the GPI is showing a lot of weakness, of course. Obviously, we have something like a wave A here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1 or a wave A. If you find psychology here again, but basically what I'm looking at here is an impulse, a correction, and of course another impulse might be finished for a wave C or a wave B here. Now, basically, you can consider that this is a 1, 2, and you have a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Or you can consider even like you have several 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and you have a big wave 4 as triangle here, and still to unfold, of course, a wave 5 toward the upside. What I'm seeing here, of course, is kind of a triangle formation. After this, a massive, massive impulses, I would say, it's not finished yet, I believe, and still need one more leg toward the upside. I can already see that you have triple 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. You have 3 4 5 4 5, and you still need one more 4 and a 5 toward the upside. And therefore, of course, I still see this unfinished, and potentially even this wave 5 might be extended, and then even if you want to have like 1 2 3 wave 4 and then 5 and then even 4 and a 5, of course, toward the upside, that it might be unfolding. By all means, the wave 3 can be not finished yet. This is what I mean with it, and you might still be looking for 3 4 5 later on, but wave C can potentially be finished there, yeah, as an A, B, and a C, and then moving toward the downside, or even W, X, and a Y. Now let's move inside this triangle to see what's going on the 4 hours chart. On the 4-hour chart, as you can see, you have kind of like an impulsive wave here. If you want to consider it as a wave 1 here, you can be in a 1 2 and then having here, okay, broken, right? If you have a 1 2 3 4 5, there is no continuation toward the downside. Therefore, the highest possibility here goes for a zigzag in a wave A and not a wave 1 2, because you would like to see, of course, an impulse continuation toward the downside after this stop, but this did not happen. Therefore, of course, wave A or wave W. And in this case scenario, you're looking at a wave A potentially zigzag in a triangle, wave B, wave C, already zigzagged all of them. That is perfect scenario here. I would say there is no impulses toward the upside as well. We're looking at another potential 5 waves now. It looks expanding diagonal, but it's still fine. And this potential wave D is, of course, finishing up soon. And it might be even longer, 1 2 3 4 5. And then, of course, finalizing with wave E as a zigzag before the move toward the upside. Now, basically, if you are in a W, X, and a Y, of course, your wave Y should be finished already there. And you should be looking already for higher prices, meaning you want to consider this as a wave 1, 2, and then again 1, 2, or several even 1, 2s, which is very far possibilities. However, we're going to see the price action here, what is going to give it. At the end, we're looking for higher for wave D, and in case you are in 1 2, you're looking for higher. So the key levels, of course, to be watched is the 1 to 1 fib level here for this zigzag. Here we go. I would like to see the 151k, of course, hit or broken. What does it mean? Broken meaning, of course, a wave 3 is unfolding as 1 2 3 4 5. If you stop here or around it and you start to move down, therefore, of course, this is your wave D. Final wave E might be next, and of course, unfolding something for higher prices. That was it, the Forex analysis for the Euro, GBP, and the GPY. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.